Hi bestie, how's it going? This is another Patreon preview treat. And yeah, I'm here talking to you. You might find that my voice is a little bit weird because I am currently minorly ill. I'm actually okay. I spent nearly all day in bed today because I felt rubbish. But other than that, I've kind of got myself out of the house today. Like, I've done all right. Anyway, stop worrying about me mum. Basically, what we are doing in today's video is I am packing the Patreon orders for the new summertime collection. So this is a collection that I was really excited about launching this one. There's a couple or still coming this year which are absolutely beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and yeah, we're doing that. So I don't know how sped up this is going to be because I don't know how long I'm going to be talking to you today, but yeah, this is one of my favorite things to do every single month, and I don't really talk about it very often, but it's like it doesn't take up the time that it used to just because we've streamlined it down so much. But essentially, it's super fun. So this month's all patrons, they got like a little bit, obviously they get a freebie because everybody gets a freebie anyway, a sticker, and I've given them a plastic fruit segment because I thought, how nice that I can send them something useless, but it's also part of the video. Do you know what I mean? I'm just looking now and my tattoo was new and raw. It really, really was. But yeah, I thought how cute to be able to share that. We've obviously got the Hello Yellow receipt backs because we never got through them. And I think these were June last year. So we've had them well over a year now. So on the back of them, obviously you got the Patreon sort of thank you note and all of that. But yeah, Hello Yellow, not many people have that one because we didn't really get to them. So when Hello Yellow, the receipt backs are getting low, there will be a new one, and I don't know what it's gonna look like. But maybe we'll do something spooky. I don't know what we're gonna do. But yeah, so yeah, we're watching this. But I'm not here to talk to you about Patreon. What I'm here to talk to you about is my 10K race. Now, I have spoke about this with you lot so much that I'm sure you're bored of it. But I want to tell you about what the experience was like on the day, because this was my first real race. I've been running by myself. It's very rare that I'm running with someone. And yes, I do park runs, which is every Saturday or nearly every Saturday. I go to a park and there's a race sort of thing, but I don't run with anybody. I don't do that. I'm always running by myself, but it was so cool. So basically it was in Salisbury, which is a town pretty close to me. Salisbury, if you are in America, is a old medieval town, so there's a huge cathedral. So if you're near a computer, Google Salisbury Cathedral. It's massive, and it's near to where Stonehenge is, where Woodhenge is, and Salisbury is a medieval town that's centered around Old Sarum. So it used to be a town called Sarum, and there's still ruins of that town up a hill, because that back in the day where you had to build up a hill, have a moat round it, and fire arrows at people that came anywhere near you. It's basically that. So a lot of the buildings are pre-Tudor. Well, it's medieval, right? So it's so old. There's a really old restaurant stroke pub there called the Haunch of Venison, and it's in a hundreds and hundreds of years old haunted house. And if you go into it, Tudors didn't put stuff down when they built stuff. All the floors are so wonky. If you put a marble on the floor, it would just rattle to the sides. It's wild. But yeah, anyway, that's Salisbury. It was in a big field. We're supposed to get there for 10. We got there, well, the race started at 10, so we're supposed to get there for 9. We got there for 9, and I was quite surprised that there wasn't that many people there. So I was okay, so it's not going to be a busy race. That's absolutely cool. And we got there and we had to sign in. So we had a QR code that they sent us before the race, and they told us to bring safety pins, which I spent 3 days trying to find safety pins. Nobody had them. but they had them there anyway, which is fine. But anyway, we got there, and they give you the, you know, the like numbers on the front of your shirt. That's like a big deal. So it's made out of like a plasticky like thing, and on the back of it you have to write your name if you're allergic to anything, so, and then like who to call if you're in trouble. So like if you're out on the course and you get in trouble and they need you, so they can have a look at the back of your card, what, you know, who to call and all of that stuff. But there's also like a strip of phone, and inside that is like a little electronic chip, so that when you cross the finish line and the start line, it registers exactly what your time was. And I didn't know how they did it. Like, how are they going to get it accurate? But yeah, essentially, that's how they do it. It's all like done electronically. So we were there. There was like a van that had like, they did baked potatoes. I wasn't hungry. I was way too nervous. And they had like an ice cream van. They had toilets, and that was that really. It was pretty cool. I was literally bricking it. They had a big stage, and they started talking about why it's important and stuff like that. And that made Kyla cry, which was funny. And then someone came up and did like a workout with us. And like, it was like an aerobic, not workout, like warm up. I'm not like a dancing person. I don't have any form of, what's the word? Like basically I struggle to stand up straight normally, but get me dancing, I can't do that shit. But anyway, I did my best. I got warmed up. And then after that, they asked you to go into 3 lines. So you're either a runner, a jogger, or a walker. And I thought, oh, we'll be in the jogging one, the middle one. But Gaz and Kyla, my brother's name's, I call him Gaz. So my brother and Kyla, they said no, we'll be in the runners. I was like, okay, because like previous to that, I hadn't, like, my fastest 10k time was 1 hour and 7 minutes. So I was like, well, that's jogging, right? But they said no. So we did that. They said well done, all of that. And then they said go. So we all went. And basically we went across this field and then out the back of it. And then we went across, then we were like literally running in the middle of a road. So the road was sort of cordoned off, but it was like a local road. So there were some cars on it moving really slowly. You would have thought that they would have like heads up to people, but this is like a really rich area, like really nice behind the park in a really old town, really big houses and stuff. But yeah, we were running across this road. It was really cool. Like 1k came up and I could already hear that Kyla was struggling, and I don't know why, because she's a much fitter, much better runner than me. But 1k came really soon, 2k came really soon, and then the hill started. So we started going uphill, and that's where like me, my brother and Kyla were running together for probably about 3k. But as soon as the hill started, I lost them, and I wasn't really paying attention to them. I didn't have my headphones in or anything like that, just because there were I have overhead headphones, and because I don't like headphones being inside my ears, and I didn't want to put them on and not be able to hear any cars. So I didn't put them on until we'd been up like quite a lot of hills, sort of seen, like, I was chatting to this girl. It was her sort of like 5th or 6th, like 10k. She only did them for Teenage Cancer Trust, and I thought it was really cool. And I was like, this is my first. And she was like, oh yeah, this one's cool. Apparently this one's got no hills. Well, anyway, we got to 5k, and I was like, okay, well, this is absolutely fine. And then all of a sudden there was this literal almost vertical hill, and I was like, oh geez Louise. So I ran up this hill. It seemed to go on for such a long time, and it's where and at 5k is where we came off the road and started going through like fields and tracks and stuff, and it seemed to go uphill for such a long time, and it was like rocky, like really flinty, chalky rock. And that's when I made a decision in my head that I need to get some trail running shoes. I need to start saving up for that, because I was wearing road ones, because for some reason, like my trainers that I've got, right, they are designed for road, but like they're fine on grass. Like you don't get grip or anything like that, so, which has not really been a problem for me, because I've been running in like winter when the ground's really hard, and summer where it's normal, like it's not been necessarily really wet that I've been running on too much, so I've not been worried about grip. But being able to feel every single rock through like 2 inches of foam was like, okay, I need to get some new shoes. So I made that decision while I was chatting to myself and running, and it was absolutely fine. It did, like the day before it was so rainy, I was like, oh no, it's going to be awful. But on that day, June was Juning. It was warm. About 5k in, I was like, oh, I need to drink. And I was really surprised that they didn't have any like water stations out, and I was really disappointed because I wanted to practice grabbing a water, and I wanted to practice drinking water while I was running, because I haven't done that yet. And like every time I go out, I've just not had water. Do you know what I mean? So I wanted to practice it just to see, and I was thirsty because it was hot, but I never, I was a bit annoyed that there wasn't one. But that's when I put my music in. I was like, let's get in the zone. We done 5k, and I wasn't really paying attention to the time. I was really hoping to maybe do it in under an hour, but it was a very loose goal, because in honesty, I just wanted to get round and have fun. Like if I can finish and have a smile on my face, then I'd be really happy. So that's what I was hoping for more than anything. So, we went uphill, and then really steeply downhill. And that's when I noticed that, okay, there's some big rocks here and I'm going really fast. These shoes are not the right shoes for the day, and I need to get some track running shoes, because track running shoes have got a lot better grip. I really was trying to be careful when I was slowing myself down, because I'm I really don't want to hurt myself, sort of thing. But I got down the hill, then all of a sudden there was an even steeper hill. And when I say steep hill, I hope you understand that I'm not over exaggerating. It was really steep. You feel like you're running up this hill, and in your head you're like, I can't stop running because I need to run the whole time. But at the same time, it would be quicker to walk. It really would be quicker to walk, because I just do not have the power in my legs to get up this hill. But I bloody did. But at the bottom there was a marshal. I was like, mate, how many more hills are there on this run? And she was like, this is the last one. She fully lied to my face. That was a bold-faced lie. So she's next on my hit list. Anyway, got up to the top of this hill, and it was all cool. And then we were in sort of fields and meadows and pastures, and we were in Old Sarum territory. So it was really, really cute. We could see cows, and there were dairy farms, and it was really nice, and it was really starting to get warm. I'm really glad I wore a hat on the day, but I was just vibing, listening to my music. It was hard, but it wasn't hard. I definitely done harder runs in training, and I was just really, really enjoying it. There were some narrow sections, some windy roads. You could see people taking their dogs out for the walks, and we got to a bit as well where I thought about my mum as well, because it's opposite a Harvester restaurant. My parents came ages ago. I think me and Jake were still together. Came and took me and Jake out to eat at Harvester. And we're oh, let's go walk up this hill afterwards, walk off our dinner. And I remember mum getting halfway and going, oh fuck this, is too tough and hot. And she was like, nah. And then she gave up and walked back down. And it really made me think about it. I was like, how fucking weird that she's I can't be asked to walk up this hill, and I've ran 9k to get to this point. And it just made me think of her and have a little chuckle. And then, you know, I kind of like, because I was just vibing and not really paying attention to the race, like people passed me and stuff like that. But then when I sort of saw that we were nearly towards the end, I was like, okay, I've got some beans in my legs, like I can do some run. And then I started to really run as fast as I could. Then all of a sudden we were in the field that we started, so I just overtook so many people, really pelted it down, really pelted it, and yeah, really overtook loads of people and then crossed the line. It was probably one of the best. It was such, I'm not going to say it's the best experience of my life, because like I was so chuffed with myself when I got over the line. I was like, oh, we done something incredible. Like, it was so cool. You crossed the line. I saw my niece was there with her boyfriend, and Kyla's mum was there, so I made sure I stuck my fingers up at them as I was running over. And I don't know why that went up into my head. I think in my head I wanted to do like a peace sign, but I just stuck my fingers up at them, and I don't know why I did that. But it is very our family to be a bit mean to each other. And yeah, I went through. They gave me a medal, which is really cute, and a cup, and there was water. So I was like, oh, finally I can have a drink. I had a couple glasses of water and went and saw my niece, and we waited for my brother and Kyla to cross the line, because we saw them on Life 360 and they were like quite a bit away from us. So I thought, oh, bugger this. And I went to the ice cream stand and I got a Twister. And I got a Pepsi Max. I really wanted a full fat Coke, but I got a Pepsi Max instead. And then eventually they came round. It was really nice to see. And Kyla said that this is the last time she's running ever in her life, because she's got a big walking thing coming up soon, which is really cool for her. And I was really pleased. I felt absolutely fine. And then all of a sudden I started to feel like I was getting a cold out of nowhere. And throughout the day I got worse and worse and worse, and went to bed early, woke up late this morning, had like loads of hours, and like I feel like rubbish now. I feel like absolute like warmed up death. But going back to the race, it went like, well, I was really pleased. My ending time was like 1 hour and 3, I believe. So was that right? No, it's 1 hour and 5. And yeah, like, I'm pleased with that. It was still a personal best. That's still the fastest I've ever run a 10k. But I've decided that I'm going to follow a proper training plan for my next 10k and try and get it under 1 hour, because I know me, and like I've made this commitment to my health, and I've made this commitment to making myself feel better and all of that. And this could have been, if I allowed it, this could have been the last time I run for the rest of my life. And I don't want this to be the end of running, because it makes me feel so good. So I'm going to, obviously I've got all these 10Ks booked, so I'm going to really work on my 10k speed. And like, I think one day if I can get it to 45 minutes, I will be really happy. But right now, let's crack the hour. So I'm following a proper good training plan. So this week I've got to do a easy 5k, which is slower than I'd normally do it, but apparently running slow is good. And then I've got some, what have I got this week? I can't remember, but I know that on Saturday I've got to do some hill starts, which means I've got to run up a hill, a really steep hill, for 60 seconds and then jog back down 10 times. That's not going to be fun, and they get progressively worse and worse and worse, and your long run gets progressively longer and longer and longer. And I know that towards the end I will be doing a 14k run. What like 14k? That's absolutely insane, but I will do it. A lot of the time, this plan lets you a lot of time do it on a treadmill, and I prefer to do it in a treadmill because then I'm just out of the way of the sun. Like, that's the only reason why, and you're kind of protected from pollen a little bit as well. So yeah, so this obviously I will talk about running because it's something that I'm really excited and passionate about now. But obviously I will, but like I'll really chill out with talking about it on these because I know I've really hammered you with it a lot. I did want to again say just thank you so much to everybody who has donated to Cancer Research UK. We, in the end, raised £1,000 from me, Kyla, and my brother all together raising money. I think together we raised about £800, which is absolutely phenomenal. So, yeah, we did a really, really good job with that. So, let's talk about the comments. Let me just load them out because that's something I didn't do. Let's talk about the comments from the last video. So, the last video for me was a video that I was like, I nearly deleted it a couple of times. I really did. It was really scary to admit that to you. And yes, I know I could have kept it personal, but like it involved my money so much that I was like, no, I've really got to talk about this. So Omar says, great days working and made you feel good. That's all that matters. I had a Zempic myself a few months back and lost, all I lost was 2k out of my pocket. So researching Manjaro myself and seems to be doing amazing things for people. It definitely works for me. I think on that video I left a link where you can get some money off the company that I use, but like I know that it's not always going to be the right choice for everybody because it's definitely not the cheapest place to get it, but yeah, it is what it is. So Wendy says, virtual hugs, I can relate to the comfort eating. I eat for any emotion. To be honest, the binging, the starving, low self-esteem, I think is a significant factor. I always felt ugly. I always awkward and spotty. No idea how to fit in with the cool kids and just picked on throughout school. The abusive relationship that followed just added to everything, and I can so relate to that. It made me feel unworthy or not good enough. A lot still use food as a crutch and have been obese for several years. I've been diagnosed with autism. Oh, great that you got a diagnosis. And I survived a stroke 2 years ago. Incredible. It's a tough ongoing battle, but I know I must keep fighting little by little. And I was sad to hear of your previous difficulties, but so happy you have followed your journey out of debt and to a new career, and really chuffed that you have now felt able to tackle your health. Keep going, and thank you for your videos, which have helped me. And I'm glad they have, Wendy. I know you've supported me for a long time. You're an incredible person. Molly said, so glad I got Patreon membership. Listen to your YouTube lives, get me through work. I hope this one's getting you through work as well, Mole. Let alone now having access to these as well. Thank you so much. I'll definitely check out your other YouTube channel. You inspired me to start Couch to 5k myself. I'm currently on week 3. Week 3 is a bugger. Wait until you start doing like 8. No, actually, the hardest week on Couch to 5k was when you have to do 20 minutes all in one go. That week took me 3 weeks to get through. But bestie, I got there, and so will you. Really does make you feel good, doesn't it? I can't wait to feel how it feels to... Hold on. I can't wait to feel how it feels to run for 30 minutes straight. Bestie, you'll love it. I'm sorry to hear the challenges you face around your body positivity and eating, but I'm happy you've doing things that help you make you feel good. I look forward to the next podcast. And you know what? You're a star on it. Kath Goodwin says, I don't think lying is quite what you've been doing, just keeping a personal part of yourself private until you were ready to share. I can remember my dad telling me I was getting a double chin as a teenager. Do you know what? Those sorts of things stick. And if you asked your dad about that, I bet you he wouldn't even remember it. She goes on saying, these things really play with your mind, and your school experience was so much worse. I feel like I was so fat that everyone was looking at me walking down the main street. I was actually 71 kilos, which, okay, you were tiny, and 5'8". So now 30 kilos heavier. I'm comfortable that nobody really cares what I weigh. All that money spent at Jenny Craig. What's Jenny Craig? Is it like Weight Watchers? And the negative health that comes with bad relationship with food. What the hell? Exactly. I'm glad you're feeling much better in yourself and loving ourselves for who we are in the long haul, but really worth it. Glad my comment got a mention, and I will be checking. Alert, your double feature. Checking out other channels to follow a different theme in your life journey. Good. Nat says, everyone is starting to keep personal stuff private, even people on YouTube. You share a lot more of your budget than a lot of creators on YouTube. I can relate to a lot of what you've said here. Good luck on your journey, bestie. Thank you so much. And last but not least is Hills. Well, amazing. Thanks so much for sharing your story. I can see how great you look and love your, I thought they said tits. Love your tats. So happy you have found an answer. You can always stay in a low dose if you don't want to come off completely. Really enjoyed this journey, so brave, and seem so happy. Get on that water ride. Absolutely. I will be getting on that water ride. Although, to be honest, I don't like a water ride. I've never liked a water ride, and I've never liked a roller coaster. Mainly because I think my torso is quite big. So when you get put into a roller coaster, it really feels like they're breaking my back. It's not comfortable for me at all. But, is what it is. So, we spoke about 10K, we spoke about Patreon, and we spoke about the last comments. And I think the only things I really want to update you on is eventually I'll get round to it. I've got a load of emails in my inbox of all of those races that I've signed up for. Some of them are for Alzheimer's. I think one in July is for Alzheimer's. One is for Bernardo's, which is like I think it's a children's cancer charity. I'm doing a walk with my friend for Cancer Research UK as well, again. And I'm doing a couple of little bits. So if there's any causes that strike you, have a look at those when I update them. But I don't know when I'm going to try and do it. Yeah, I think I will do it this week. So hopefully you should start seeing that from Wednesday's video onwards. So what does my day look like tomorrow? Because obviously I was supposed to achieve a lot today, but I didn't really work at all today. I just felt too rubbish. I think I'm going to take tomorrow a bit chill, but I am going to start my training. So I'm going to get up in the morning. Tomorrow I've got a 5K planned at a slow pace. So it tells you exactly what pace to go at. So I'm going to do a 5K at a pace of 7, which is really easy for me to do. And I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do some work. I've got some bits I need to design. I think I'm going to send off for the boxes for the, what's it called? The boxes for the advent calendar to be printed, because that's a big deal. And then sorry if that's a gross noise to you. I think I'm going to, I think I might pack orders Wednesday. That's what I'll do. I think I'm just going to take it easy tomorrow. And yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to update you on. Definitely comment on this video, bestie. I would like to know, what should we talk about next week? Like, tell me what you would like me to talk about. Like, tell me, if you want to know my thoughts or opinion on anything, whether it's budget community, budgeting, or whatever it is. If you want me to sort of rant for a little bit about something that has zero consequence whatsoever, then just let me know, and I absolutely will. I think my question for you is, what did you have for your tea? Let me know what you had for your tea. What do you think of this latest collection? And what do you think is missing from the Budget with Ira collection arsenal? Like, what do you sort of want to see next? Now, I know we are all planned for the whole year, but I haven't planned January yet. So what do you think is missing? What sort of thing would you like to see from Budget with Ira? And you never know, that might make its way to a collection. You might see something you really like in a collection. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you today. Thanks for listening to me. I'm going to try and film a proper video for you on Patreon, because I feel like we did like a mini vlog and then all of a sudden you just had me talking for ages. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe not next week. I feel like I've got so much on, but it's only because I am poorly, and like, the plan was to get loads done today and I've done nothing. This video should have been out like hours ago, but it's currently 10 o'clock on Monday and it should have been out 4 hours ago. Like, I had to give myself a break. Oh yeah, look, This video is going to be sped up anyway, so I've just got to the bit where I realised that I forgot the cash envelopes in the back of something. So yeah, I'm gonna go, and I'll see you next week. So let me know what you have for your dinner. Let me know what's missing from the Budget with Ira collection arsenal. What would you like to see next? And also, let me know what you would like me to weigh in on, like yeah, budget community, budgeting, or just random. Just let me know, and I can't wait to read your comments next week, and I will see you again really, really soon, bestie. Bye.